want to know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend. And one night, he got the knife, turned it on me and said, "Why so serious? Isn't there a smile on that face?"
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you can tell, is quite short, but this is just me explaining the process, and it's a little bit more extended, a little bit more of an extended version than the one that I posted on Snapchat and Instagram. So this is day 2 of my 7-day makeup challenge, my 7 days of Halloween challenge, and today I decided to use my brother as my subject because, to be quite honest, I honestly didn't even feel like putting on makeup myself, so I decided to do it on my brother. We are both huge Joker fans, so I decided why not try to do a rendition of Heath Ledger's Joker. So the first thing that I'm doing here is I'm muting out his eyebrows, and to be honest, this was probably a step that I could have actually skipped if I would have thought about the entire process from the beginning, but I didn't think about that. I kind of just was doing whatever. So I used a brow gel, although, like I said, could have skipped this, but because I did it, I would have rather used a glue stick to help it stick, but I didn't have that accessible. So I used a brow gel, then I put powder over the brow gel, and then I concealed it just to kind of stick it flat to the face. And then I kind of blended all of that concealer and everything out. Now this is the part that I feel like would either make or break the look. So this is take 1, because later on in the video, you will see that I actually redid everything. But this is take 1 of creating the scars for his face. And I used a mixture of Vaseline and flour to actually create this fake skin, which actually works really, really well if you know how to work with it. But it's actually a pretty cool and very inexpensive way to create prosthetic skin, and it actually does look really, really cool. So what I did was, after it was already formed, I had made it maybe like an hour or 2 before we started recording, and I used not latex, but I used like an adhesive to put the fake skin on before I put it on his face, just so that it could stick a little bit better. And then, as you saw, I kind of like smoothed it out, try to make it a little bit more realistic. And then we got to the face painting. Now, the face painting was pretty basic, just white all around, dark black around the eyes. And honestly, I could have just left it how it was, but, I wanted to go for a more realistic Joker effect. So I used a black cream makeup paint that I got from Party City, and then I also used my my Beauty Bay palette, my Bright Mattes palette, and I used the 2 shades, a black shade and a gray shade. I don't have the palette in front of me right now, so I don't know the names of it, but I'll put it in the description. But anyway, doing the face was pretty, I wouldn't say it was easy, but it was pretty straightforward. Like, it wasn't much to it. It's just a lot of detail, like shading and, making the eye circles not super perfect, because, in the Joker's makeup is crazy and smeared and smudged for a reason, or done on purpose. So, I just tried to create better or more definition with the eyes. So now here is where we run into the problem, okay? So I started off okay. I already wasn't really a fan of how the skin was looking underneath the foundation that I used. And yeah, I was pretty upset about that. So I was trying to like mold it more into the skin, but it just kept looking more like crackly. And then I decided I put on red eyeshadow over it, not thinking that once I put it over the red, it's going to come out pink. And then it just looked bad. It just looked really bad. So I just decided to take everything off and start all over again. But before we got there, I really tried to like cover it up and salvage what I had done, but quickly came to the conclusion that this would have to be redone. So I took it off. And yeah, because it just looked bad. It just looked really, really bad. So here we are, starting again with the fake skin. This time I took a little bit less of it and I applied it to the face, smoothed it down, and put a slit in it for the scar and just tried to shape around it. So the second time around, it looked a lot better. I do wish that I had red face paint instead of relying on the blood, because that's why in the beginning I used eyeshadow, because I thought, I was like, oh, it's red eyeshadow to work, but not thinking that on the white skin, it just, no. So what I had to do was I ended up having to use blood, like the fake blood all over, like not just in the wound, but like all over the wound. And just to create that, the red smile that he did. So it looked better than the eyeshadow. So I just kind of went along with it. So that's why I put it all over the scar, on his lips. And working with it was really weird because the fake blood is like really sticky, and it kind of, because I got two kinds. I got one that's more of like a thick liquid, and I got another one that was kind of like jelly. And the one that was like jelly is the one that I was putting like all over his face, and it was just really weird. So yeah, but anyway, now I was just going in and doing some more shading, adding some more detail, adding some more smudges to the blood, adding some more definition to the eye circles. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.